question here is that if our lifespan, if our appointed time is written, then, and Ibn al-Qayyim said that nothing but righteousness, righteous deeds, increase the lifespan. How do we reconcile between these two things? And so this is, we find this in a hadith as well, in which the Messenger of Allah ﷺ, where he said, whoever is pleased that his sustenance is increased, is expanded, and his lifespan is increased, then let him keep the ties of kinship. Let him keep good ties with his blood relatives, his relatives. So how do we understand increase in lifespan when everyone's length, appointed time is fixed? And so the answer, just to kind of quickly summarize the answer that we find from the people of knowledge, is that Allah Azza wa Jal in the preserved tablet has written all things, including the ways and means that lead to those things. Right? So all things that will occur at whatever time, as well as all of the ways and means and mechanisms, the asbab, that lead to those things as well. So in this sense, we can understand how a servant may increase his lifespan even though he's still going to die at the appointed time. So for example, let's take two people. There's Abdullah and there is Zayd. Okay, Abdullah, he basically he lives in a certain way, he eats in a certain way, he drinks in a certain way, he eats healthy, he doesn't take any risks, he does all the things that we would do in our day-to-day life, whereas Zayd over here, he's eating very bad, and he's eating processed foods, and he chooses to live in a polluted environment. There are many things that are impacting his life. Now we know that Abdullah, his life by way of the asbab, ways and means, will be longer than Zayd because of the asbab, the ways and means, which are shortening his life. He will still die at the appointed time that has been written for him. But the actual process of increase and decrease, that still exists in the life of this world in relation to the asbab, to the ways and means. Right? To give an example, if a person, does dangerous things, right? So one person jumps into a ferocious river, or he enters into a burning building. Well, your life's going to be cut short. And if you don't enter the river which is flowing very fast, and you don't enter a burning building, and you don't do dangerous things, then your life is not going to be cut short, so it's going to be longer. So by you making those choices, for you making that choice, for you doing an act or avoiding an act, has led to the increase in your lifespan. But it's not an increase in the sense that it's gone beyond what Allah has written. No, your life will always end at the exact point in the time in which it has been written for it to end. Your life span is fixed. But from here to here, in between, the actions that you do will lead to your lifespan being increased or cut short, such that it will then end at the appointed time. Right? So if you eat healthy, live healthy, sleep well, and do all the good things, you always have good spirits, and you are happy, and you do righteous deeds, and so on and so forth. Your life will increase according to the ways and means, but it will increase in order to take you to your appointed time. And likewise, if you eat bad foods and you live dangerously, and so on and so forth. Please don't take video in the masjid, please. If you're taking video, please don't take masjid. So if you're living dangerously and you eat bad, and then the actions you are taking are going to shorten your life in accordance with the ways and means, so that your life will end at the appointed time. And this is something that we all understand. It's like you have a car, you look after the car, you oil it, you get it serviced, you drive in a certain way that the brakes last longer, the tires last longer, the engine lasts longer, right? That's because you've taken steps and actions that have led to the increase in the life in the longevity of the car, right? But the car will still perish at the time that's going to perish. But the actions you've taken, the asbab, they have an actual effect, and that's how it is. So yes, deeds of righteousness, they are from the asbab, from the numerous asbab that lead to an increase in the lifespan, meaning that you age more slowly and you are not prone to illness that easily because you've taken those asbab. That means your lifespan will be increased by way of those asbab. And conversely, the other way around. So yes, there's no contradiction between us accepting the idea or the notion that a person's lifespan can be increased or decreased by way of the asbab, the ways and means, because this is how Allah has created the creation. Things occur by the asbab. However, that increase or decrease is only something that takes you to the actual appointed time of your death, as per what is in the preserved tablet, in which everything is mentioned, right? That this servant slept well, as a result of which his health was kept intact. That mechanism, or that means, all of that detail is in the Lawhul Mahfuz. The asbab and their effects and their final determinations, all that is in the Lawhul Mahfuz. So there's no contradiction between affirming increase and decrease in rizq or in lifespan, alongside the fact that everything is determined for an appointed time.